Assalamualaikum to all again. This is regarding this video will be regarding all the root words of the Quran, all the words of the Quran that will have the word root of forgive or ghafur, ghain fara. Okay, there will be a lot of them. So I already spoke about this. It's from the Excel file, so you can use this link to go to that file and try to understand fully as much as possible about them first. Okay, as for this part, I'm going to make full use of these only 6 possible arrangement again. Okay, if you already checked this Excel file, you should understand what all of this is all about. Okay, so I'm not going to explain everything here. I'm going to speak about something that is even more awesome. So this is the only 6 possible arrangement. If you have 3 different set of number, then you can only make 6 possible arrangement, which means you can arrange smallest, medium, biggest, smallest, biggest, medium, medium, smallest, biggest, medium, biggest, smallest, or biggest, smallest, medium, or biggest, medium, smallest. So the first one is the smallest to biggest, because it's smallest, medium, biggest, and the right one is, of course, we have to follow smallest, medium, biggest also. As for the last one is biggest to smallest, biggest, medium, smallest, and biggest, medium, smallest. So the interesting thing here is there are only 3 that will be prime, which is this, and this. Without it will be prime. 193121349231491063. Okay, so for example, I'm going to decide. Okay, so let's try the second one. 1931213449. 1931213449. So the next one will have to be 2314291063. 2314291063. So this will be prime in itself. Okay, as you can see, it is a prime in itself, which is, sorry, let me make it slightly smaller. That's too big. Okay, I hope you can see this. So you can check the remaining. This will also be prime, and this will also be prime. Only the smallest to biggest and biggest to smallest, and somewhere in the middle, this one will not be prime. Only 3 will not be prime. So it is actually something that is awesome. Okay, because getting 3 out of 6 huge digit number, this is about 24 digits number, I believe, to be prime, 3 out of 6, that is a very difficult feat. Okay, this in itself is a miracle. Okay, but after that, okay, I realized that, because since this is my discovery, okay, another YouTuber by the name of brother Anis Dalgar, ANISDALGER, he already made few of my video, and one of them is regarding this word ghafur of the Quran, word forgive of the Quran also. Okay, so you can check about that video also. And of course, the Excel file, this Excel file itself will have so many miracles, connection with the miracle of chapter 16, the B, chromosome of chapter 16, the B, 16 and 32, and so many more. So it's not strange that all of a sudden, if I would, because I'm the discoverer of this whole miracle itself, and of course I'm the discoverer of many other prime miracles of the Quran, such as one of my favorite, the spider miracle of the Quran. You can check them inside this from this site also. Is Al-Rakim, A-L, okay, from facebook.com, alrakim.com, something like that. Okay. You can check about the N miracle, and of course this B miracle. This three is totally clear cut, already have a lot of prime pattern. So it's not strange that this already have 3 out of 6. Okay, you need to check, and by the way, you need to check everything from this Excel file to know what this is all about. Okay, this only 6 possible arrangement. Okay, then you will know, you will appreciate it if you know. Okay. So since this is my finding, placing my first 4-digit IC number 7246 on the first one, the smallest to biggest arrangement, which is not prime in itself, placing 7246 in the middle will cause it to be prime. And likewise the biggest to smallest, placing the remaining, my remaining IC number, as in this case I will just write XYZ for security. I'm not going to show all 7 digits of my IC. Okay, unless you really want to know about it, then we can try to find a way, okay, for safety, okay, something like that. So placing the remaining 3 digit for, let's say my IC number is 7246777. So 7246 placing on the smallest to biggest will be prime, and the remaining number 777 placing at the biggest to smallest will also be prime. Okay, which is, to me, is obviously awesome. But that's not the only thing. The next one, the last one, which is not prime in itself, which is this one, if placing my full date of birth according to my IC again, which is this one, you can try to enlarge this part, which is 15/12/1972 or 15 December 1972. Placing here will again should be prime. Okay, and not only that, placing the Arabic abjad value of my full name. Okay, my full name is Muhammad Khairon bin Muhammad Tawhid, and it is stated, the Arabic spelling was already inside my IC so many years ago. Okay, it is 1530. This anyone also can check it is 100% correct. And placing this at the center will again make this one to be prime. So the middle one seems to have a lot of prime pattern actually. Placing the chromosome number of, for example, placing the chromosome number of the male and female B, 16 and 32 will be prime, and so many more. Okay, you can check again my previous one regarding this one. Okay, so now for my latest discovery, if I go to the 1530 verse of the Quran, because the Arabic abjad value of my full name is 1530, if I am to go to the 1530 verse of the Quran, so the 1530 of the Quran, I just use the Quran code and just type in 1530 at this part. Okay, 1530, and it will show me chapter 11 verse 57. Okay, this is precisely the 1530th verse of the Quran. Remember, 1530 is the abjad value of my full name, which if placed at the middle of this will be prime. Okay, or placing my full date of birth will be prime, or placing my full name's abjad value will be prime. Remember, the smallest and biggest is my full IC number, the 4-digit, first 4-digit, and the remaining 3-digit. This is already, the first, smallest, and biggest is already settled. Now this one, the only one that is not prime, placing my full date of birth will be prime, and my full Arabic abjad value, full name's Arabic abjad value will also be prime. My full name's Arabic abjad value is 1530. So if I go to the 1530 verse of the Quran, this verse shall have one word, one letter ha. Okay, letter ha is very important. because my basic name Khairon also begins with Kha. Okay, so what the interesting thing here is, if from start of this 1530 verse of the Quran right until before the word with the letter Kha itself, okay, the value will be 3091. As you can see, from start of this 1530 verse of the Quran until before the whole word with the letter Kha, the grand total abjad value will be 3091. The interesting thing here is, if I am to use the middle arrangement again, we are only going to make use of the middle arrangement. 349, 3121, 19. Okay. 349, 3121, 19. And the left-sided is 1063. 1429, I believe is 23. Okay, we can double check again. Okay, 1063, 1429, 23. Okay, 349, 3121, 19. 1063, 1429, 23. Okay, as you can see, it is 100% accurate. So now we are going to just make them closer. So I already show you, if I place the middle one, if I place my full date of birth, which is 15/12/1972, this will be prime. Okay, this will be prime. As you can see, this will be prime. And then if I am to put my Arabic abjad value of my full name, which is 1530, so I remove my full date of birth, 15/12/1972, and place 1530. Sorry. And place 1530, and this will also be prime. You can see here 1530 will be prime, the abjad value of my full name according to my IC. First of all, we put the abjad value of my full date of birth, which is 15/12/1970. It will be prime, 1972. Okay, and then put the abjad value of my full name, it will be prime. Okay, now then, if I am to go to the 1530 verse of the Quran, there will also be one letter Kha. Like I said, one letter Kha. It is from this word wayastahlifu, and if from start of verse until before this word with the letter Kha, this is the only one with the letter Kha. You can see the grand total abjad value will be 3091. And if I am to put 3091 on the center now, it shall again be prime. Okay, and if from the start of the verse, this 1530 verse, until the letter Kha itself, until we hit the letter Kha itself, it will be 4167. Just to double check, you can go to here and make sure there is the last letter is letter Kha. It means that we have already touched the letter Kha. So the total sum will be 4167, or you can check here or here. And if I am to place in 4167 at the middle of that 3091, so I replace 3091, I place 4167. Of course, it will again be prime. Okay, double twin prime pattern. Okay, now only today I discovered something equally awesome. Okay, this word wayastahlifu, there is only another one in the entire Quran with this exact same spelling and with the abjad value of 1186. You can only find another one in the entire Quran. So what you do is, if you have the Quran code, you just make sure to select exact word and the whole word and find. So as you can see, there are two of them. Only two can be found in the Quran. Okay, the earlier one just now is from the 1530 verse of the Quran. We already settled this one. Now for this one, we do the exact same method. So from the start of the verse until before the word itself, now we will be 3448. And once again, placing 3448 on the middle, it will be prime. Okay, there you have 3448. Okay, and of course the last final one, from the start of the verse right until the letter, the important letter Ha itself. My name Khairon, the basic name Khairon is begin with letter Ha. And again, and it will be the total, grand total will be 4524. And again, if we place 4524 at the middle, this shall also be prime. 4 times in a row. 4 freaking times in a row. Now, you can see that the sentence is totally different from this, from 1530 verse of the Quran. This 1530 verse of the Quran is totally different. You can see, فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا فَقَدْ أَبْلَغْتَكُمْ مَا. Okay, and if this one, the other word, okay, the only other word وَيَسْتَخْلِفْ of the Quran, totally different. Totally different. Okay, totally different, but yet 3448 and 4524 will make twice, 2 times prime. And for the one is from 1530 verse of the Quran, 3091 and 4167 will also make twice prime. How can this be mere coincidence? But that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing. If I go back to the 1530 verse of the Quran, okay, this is the 1530 verse of the Quran, because 1530 is the ABJAD value of my full name. Okay, this is more important. If from here until before that word وَيَسْتَخْلِفُ again, the individual words ABJAD value will be like this. Okay, 131 433 184. Okay, there are 131 433 484. Only one will not be prime. The rest will all be prime. 101 is of course prime. 7 is prime. 691 prime. 41 prime. 1493 prime. 443 prime. And 131 prime. Only 184 prime, which is very interesting. And this 184, if I am to place 7246 XYZ, if I am to place my full IC number, I'm not going to tell you, I'm sorry, I cannot tell you my last 3 number unless we speak personally, unless we meet or personally or find a way to communicate personally, safely, then I will show. No problem. I already have the IC 100% accurate. Okay, I'm not lying, I'm not cheating. So if we are to place my full IC number at the middle of this one, I'm sorry, not this one. I'm sorry. For this one 1530 verse of the Quran, we need to take the whole of this, okay, and then change this one to 7246, and okay, for example, if you are to do this, so the only one that is not prime is 184, obviously. So if I am to replace it with my full 7-digit IC number, then this whole number, I swear to you, it will be prime. Okay, and likewise, if we are to reverse, that means we begins from here. So this one is 101. So easy for using Quran code, you can reverse. So you just go to this arrow and you click it and it will reverse. So this number, so what, of course only one of them, 184, is not a prime. If this is to replace with my wife IC number, full 7-digit, it will again be prime too. So the normal arrangement, the one that is not prime, replace with my full 7-digit IC number and it will create prime. And the one that is reverse, reverse, that means from here to end, from here to start, changing the one that is not prime, which is 184, with my wife IC number, it will also be prime. So we have 4 super prime pattern with this middle. The middle one will be prime with those earlier. That means with from here to here is 3091. Okay, that means the 1530 verse from here to here 3091, and then until the letter Kha is 4167. Then placing on the middle of this one will be prime. 3091 will be prime, 4167 will be prime, and then there's only one other word with exact wayastakhlifu also, exact abjad value same. And for this one, from here to before the word is 3448, and until the letter Kha it's 4524. And like I said, and like I already shown earlier, if we place 3448 and 4524 on the middle, that means if we are to replace it the middle with 3448 or 4524, again it will be prime. So we have double twins, that means 4 times, and also 2 times with me and my wife IC number. 6 super prime from just the middle one. Of course, the middle one, if you check my earlier post, there will be so many prime pattern, okay, from just the middle one. Okay, the smallest to biggest and biggest, the smallest to biggest and biggest to smallest is already settled with my full IC number. I'm sure God already know about me. God, okay, since before the creation of the universe itself. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.